People wonder why we don't do well in school.
Some think it's because of drugs.
Or because we come from bad families.
Or that our generation just doesn't care.
Some of these things may be true. But the main reason why kids don't do well in school is because too many teachers don't know us.
Know us.
Know us.
Know us.
Know us? How can you possibly teach us?
These students from the Met School in Providence, Rhode Island, USA, are revamping school practices. There are no tests or grades at this school, and yet all graduating students to this point have been accepted to college. The Met has been designed by the Big Picture Company, a non-profit organization which promotes a philosophy of education grounded in creating learning that is unique for every student.
Really interested in what they're doing.
Each student has a learning plan, which is developed by themselves in consultation with parents, advisors, and mentors. It outlines their learning goals based on their interests, talents, and needs, and takes into account such things as the learning environment, the curriculum, and their choice of college course. The school's job is to know each student well and to provide a balance between challenge and support and promote growth.
There is no teaching, there's only learning. And you have to think about the learning. The teaching is there, but you're really focusing on the student learning. That's what you're there for.
Elliot Washaw is the co-director of the Met. During May 2005, Elliot visited Australia to share his ideas and experiences at the Met with Australian teachers. One way students at the Met learn is or learning through internship. Each finds a profession they are interested in and pursues an internship with a professional in that field. The contact is intense, 2 full days a week, one-on-one, to maximize impact. The idea is to create
I think we're dust free.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Alright, slide this back in here.
Yeah. Make sure it clicks though. I don't think it's in. Yeah, there you go.
Students learn best when they are deeply involved in a subject, and engagement with real-world projects helps this to happen.
Well, I want to be a photographer. For me, learning about photography, printing process and toning pictures and all of that great stuff. And it's also good because I want a lot of the business side of photography. So learning how to set up the clientele and working with people.
In schools it means a classroom or a lecture center or a lab. And those are kind of the 3 environments that you have. In the real world, there's no lectures, no classrooms, and no labs. Everything is real. So the environment would be, for an anthropologist, field. For a marine biologist, it's the ocean. And they go back and forth, just like we do, into different spaces to do different types of work. What do they bring with them? They bring with them other people, tools, language, and engagement. That's the environment. If you want to learn how to ride a horse, you better have a horse.
The Met consists of 6 small schools, each with less than 130 students. The architecture allows 80% of walls to be moved to create different learning spaces as the needs arise.
You have to figure out the environment, and the environments can vary, that a student, young or old, can learn it. Sometimes they can learn from a lecture if they know enough information ahead of time and you're articulate and they love how you're presenting it. Other times they really can't. There
is a gym, a television studio, a kitchen, a health clinic, and a performance space, all of which are accessible 7 days a week to both students and other members of the community. There are no fences to keep people out or to keep students in. So what are the outcomes? The outcomes are that students succeed. To this point, 100% of graduating students have been accepted to college. 80% of graduating students enroll in a college course, and 60% of graduating students have completed a course. These are well above state average. People can see it works. Now there are 30 big picture schools across the USA.
Schools are really a clean environment where we know what the outcomes are going to be all the time, even of the experiment. We know the answers. The world, and what's beautiful about the world is unpredictability. So we know certain things in the world, but we also want to test the limits of those things and figure out everything for ourselves.
Big Picture Australia is starting now. The aim is to make this approach available in Australia for Australian conditions. Join us.
A good school looks at what you learn outside of school
and connects it to what you learn inside of school.
A good school engages families in their children's learning to help complete the big picture of education.